Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do your tie rods, inner and outer, basically the whole thing. I'm taking it all off, the whole steering system, and we're going to be replacing it all. So I got tie rod ends, and then this is your right outer tie rod for TJ. It's a long one. Now when you buy these, you want to make sure you get the pins and the grease fittings in there too. And these are just DriveWorks lifetime warranties, and I'm going to be using my tool set to do this. Alright, let's get to it. So you're going to start by bending these pins forward, and now if yours are really rusted out, you can't bend them forward. I've seen people just throw a nut or a socket on there and just break it off anyways, since you're not using it. But let's try to get these out. You're gonna do this for that one. You're gonna do it for that one. You're gonna take just the bolt out of your steering stabilizer, doesn't have a pin. That one, and on the other steering knuckle also. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts to take off, 4 with pins. Alright, so now that I got the pin out, the pin is right there. I got a 1/2-inch drive socket wrench on a 19-inch socket, and you just want to pop that on there and break her loose. There we go. Now take that bolt completely off. Complete process for all the others. Alright guys, so I've gotten that bolt off. I've gotten all the bolts loose. They still might be connected, but they're all loose. That one's off. Only one that I can't get off is this one, and I'll show you why. So if you notice, here, let me line it up a little bit better so you can really tell. Okay, see the hole on the stud that I'm trying to loosen the bolt off the stud? The hole's right there. Well, if I move it just a little bit, now the hole's moved. That means the stud's moving inside the tie rod end. Now, what you can do is you could get a pickle fork and pry it up against the wall of the steering knuckle, and that should work. Or you can get a ratchet strap, ratchet this down, the tie rod, down to something, either one way or another, and have it press up against the inside of that knuckle, which will then allow you to loosen the bolt. So we're going to try that. So all I did was I took a ratchet strap, I put it on the tie rod. You don't want to put it on the bar, because if you bend that, you're going to have to go buy a new one. So I put it on the tie rod, and I strapped it to the Envoy. So now I'm just going to tighten it up. It's still a little bit slack. Tighten it up some more, and try to loosen it. So the problem with hooking it up to the Envoy was it wanted to move both the vehicles. So I threaded it through the steering knuckle, underneath the brake line, and down the frame, connected it to the rear lower control arm mount. Now it's real tight. So now we should be able to get it off. It worked, guys. It actually worked. It spun a little bit. I had to tighten it really tight. I was actually a little worried because it's just a small toe strap, but it worked. Let's bang this all out and get it all disconnected now. Alright, I got my whole steering off. I had to get a pickle fork for this one. It's the only one I had trouble with getting out with it. So I rented a pickle fork. And that's the tie rod, or the outer tie rod on the right side. Now I bolted this back up to here, just threaded the bolts in to hold it, because I took a pipe wrench to get this off of that. And now I'm working on getting the tie rod out of here. You need this. You need to use this. That's gonna be your adjustment. And same with this. You need to take the 2 tie rods out of there. Now for me, my one right outer tie rod I have over here, I painted up nice. What color did I use? Duplicolor engine with just a like a Chevy red. Okay, so if you have trouble getting the old tie rods out, what you do is you stick the stud back through the knuckle, put the bolt on it, you loosen the clamps, and then you put a pipe wrench on it. Longer the pipe wrench or big bar on the end of it, the better. More leverage, more power. I just step on it, and it's coming off right there. Make sure you're going the right way with it though, because I was going the wrong way with it for a little bit, but it still broke it free. So alright, so now that you've had them all taken apart and everything, you just reassemble the new ones. And forgot to film this, but I already started putting this one on and assembled that. Now this is gonna go to your pitman arm up on your gearbox right there, and you'll have to adjust it accordingly. Now alignment wise, you're gonna want to move your steering wheel straight up and down, and you're gonna want to attach everything and then adjust it after. So now you're under here, you got everything bolted up. Tighten those down. You gotta tighten the bolts down. Tighten those 2 back down. Put your steering stabilizer back on here, tighten that down. Make sure this one is not up. If it's up, it's gonna get in the way of this and hit it. So you gotta make sure this is down. Tighten this one, tighten that one. Put your cotter pins in all over. Cotter pins everywhere. Up here, cotter pin over there. Now for a rough estimate on a lineup, if you're gonna wanna do it yourself, take a measuring tape. And I'll show you. You take a measuring tape and you find a distinct part of your tire. For me, I did the balancing line. And you take that balancing line, or say like the edge of the tread right here. And you take the tape measure all the way over to the other side, straight, no interruptions, measure it. Then you go to the back and do the same exact thing, same exact spot. That should be a little bit, the rear should be just a tad bit more than the front. The front should be closer. It needs to be towed in a little bit. So both your front tires need to be towed in just a smidge each, and that'll cause them to fight each other, kind of to go more of a true straight on the road. And if you want to find, say your tires are all out of whack, you know, you don't know what it should be, measure your rear ones. That'll give you an estimate of what should be perfect.